unlike the Greek nation, Greek individuals trying to deliver on time. So I'm sorry to cut your introduction short, but we have a lot to get through, and I am so thrilled that you're here. And you're not here to get me, so let's get that over. I thank you for being here today to mark the 4th annual celebration of Teaching Matters. I so wish I did not need to bring you here, but the urgency of the education field presses for this, and so here we are. With 40% of the failure rate in the New York public high schools, you and I will just have to be doing some of these lectures. But I'm of course honored and thrilled to do this with you. My special thanks today go to you, dear Liz, dear Raluca, dear Manaz, Julia, Janet, Michael, Gail, Patricia, Shireen, Brian, Joe, Eling and Yen, Renee, Jacqueline and Kate, News Corp and AT&T for being leaders in our efforts today. You know who you are and you know what you've done, and I cannot thank you enough for your tremendous support today. I'm Olga Votis. I'm Olga Votis, and I'm a very proud chairman of Teaching Matters. Our purpose today is a very pleasant one. We are here to honor Governor Andrew Cuomo's achievements for his exceptional leadership over critical New York State education policy. Accepting this award on the Governor's behalf today is Assistant Secretary for Education, Katie Campus. Our busy Governor sent us a very apologetic message to say this involvement in this electoral season, which I think everyone's following quite carefully, just got more intensified. He will thus sadly not be here to mark his honor, but our event gains by having the presence of one of the active participants in negotiations on teacher aviation with us. So I'm sorry we'll miss the Governor, but I'm happy that you're here, Katie. Then we'll hear from Janala Chumney, a force of nature and a principal in a New York public school, followed by a message from our Chief Executive Officer, Lynette Westerfair. And if you still have space in your head after that, Steve Brill will walk us through the recent developments in the education field so that you can be at the forefront of this topic. As we all know, evaluating teachers is tough stuff. It requires clear standards and principles, a deep knowledge of education, practices, fairness and rigor, and a passionate commitment to the welfare of our children. In spite of all the valid criticism that we've read, we applaud the Governor and his team for their tremendous efforts to create district-approved measures that will clarify the definition of effective teaching. By the end of January, we will know if an agreement in New York State has been reached that will classify standards by which we define teacher quality. And that's quite a challenge, right, Katie? Let me explain why this is so important, and I'm going to ask you to bear with me for a second. The year is 1889, okay? 1889, and you're sick. You've been admitted to the local hospital with terrible abdominal pain. The doctor who will treat you is in his first week of practice. He's graduated from a medical school of undetermined quality. He's not benefited from a proper residency program, nor in the guidance of a team of senior practices. Yet his analysis will determine how you're triaged and treated. Neither you or he will know whether his diagnosis of acute appendicitis is correct, or whether you're actually suffering from kidney stone. Nor will anyone be on hand to oversee and guide his decision-making process. He may turn out to be a brilliant doctor, eventually, or you might just die. Now, we fast forward to 2012. It's the Tuesday after Labor Day. You are in 6th grade, and your new teacher enters the room. She graduated from a teacher's college. This is not gender. She graduated from a teacher's college of undetermined quality. She's never been in charge of a classroom before. Maybe she has completed an internship or two. Maybe not. Basically, she's out there like a bird on wire with no professional support or feedback on the effectiveness of her teaching methods. She may turn out to be a great teacher eventually, or I think you get the picture. Over the past 100 years, we have significantly changed how we train, monitor, and evaluate doctors. Now, thanks to Governor Cuomo, we might be about to bring much-needed and long-overdue reform to the New York public schools as well. And now, here, like you follow me. Only by implementing uniform standards describe what makes teacher effective can we hope to create professional learning environments for our teachers. And only with such professional learning environments can we achieve and sustain teacher effectiveness. And only by increasing teacher effectiveness can we promote student success. In short, teaching matters enormously. What do we do as part of that? Remember that doctor practicing without a benefit of residency program? Who I'm happy to inform you, yes, right, in your appendix, and you have managed to remove it before it ruptured. It didn't kill you, so congratulations. You're all here. Well, Teaching Matters provides an equivalent of such a residency program in New York City's public schools. And what's the best part of it is it works. We have helped thousands of school teachers and administrators in more than half of the city's 1,700 schools. Our work reaches over 22,000 students annually, making a significant impact in the nation's largest and most diverse school district. Liz, do you think we could reach 22,000 a year? This year alone, Teaching Matters mentored 1,588 teachers. Student writing performance improved threefold, with the most significant gains being made with the children who struggle the hardest. Increasing teacher effectiveness. Preparing all students for college and career. That's what gets us going in the morning. We're living in good and challenging times. We're tremendously grateful to all of you for your generous and faithful support. And like the great city we serve, Teaching Matters is impatient. Impatient to provide a better life, a better school for all of our children. So I urge you, please continue to be impatient with us. Together we can help shape a better future of our city, and one public school teacher at a time, hence one kid at a time, and I mean it, we really must. Or we'll still be doing these lunches. So now, it is my honor to bestow this year's Award for Education Innovation on Governor Coleman. By elevating educational reform to priority status, the Governor and his team have put forth an action plan to make our state's education system a model for reform. Here to receive the award, on behalf of the Governor, is Katie Campbell, the real deal. Her success in organizing parents, school charters, charter school supporters, and educational reform advocates in the Queen City caught the attention of the right person, Governor Coleman. She's now Assistant Secretary for Education. She stands in the front lines of implementing the Governor's education policy goals, including revamping the state's teacher evaluation process. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Katie Campbell.